raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've ever thought about writing a book. Yeah? All of us, all of you. Now raise your hand if you want to write a book where hundreds, thousands, even millions of people get to read your book and learn about you and want to work with you. Right? Isn't that amazing? Well, you're in the right place. That's exactly what I do. My name is Samantha Moonsammy. I am the co-founder of Lucky Book Publishing. I'm a book publisher who helps business owners write their business building book. Now, I don't take that title lightly, and I'm going to take you back a little bit and show you how, for all of us, every moment in time has led us to exactly where we are today. So, 20 years ago, I've had an event planning company. I was a publicist. I worked with a lot of people in business, particularly women in business. And for a lot of them, they were first-time authors. They were business owners. They were brilliant in their craft. And they would hire me to do their book launches and celebrations. So I did. And it was an amazing part of my portfolio in my event planning business. I also worked with some amazing icons, international bestsellers, the late Wayne Dyer, Deepak Chopra, Eckhart, Tolle, Elizabeth Gilbert. I went behind the scenes and saw how their business and their enterprise worked. How did they sell millions and millions of books and build their thought leadership? So I've had great conversation with these wonderful people, and they shared with me over the years their cheat codes on how they did just that. So this is what I do too. But, you know, I have to practice what I preach, right? I wanted to test out this system myself. So here's an event planner publicist turned book publisher. So when I started my company, I did what I now do for dozens and dozens of other business leaders and thought leaders. I wrote my first book. So since I was an event planner, I wrote my book on the little black book of wedding planning secrets. So I was a former wedding planner, and in 14 days, I wrote, published, and marketed my book. It became an instant bestseller. I posted it on social media, and this was during the pandemic, so you're not seeing anybody, and everyone's like, wow, Samantha, I had no idea you knew how to publish books, right? People knew me as an event planner. I have a book idea. Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? The DMs started coming in. My first 20 clients were created for Lucky Book Publishing, and I took them through this business building book system. I tested out things. I figured out, what does it take to make a bestseller? How do you take your book, your signature talk, and your product and make it all work together for you and integrate it into your business? So I did that over and over again, and I would work with my clients every week. See, the thing is, I knew a lot about the book publishing world, and I knew a lot about the media world, and I saw that there was gaps in it. So for me, I'm the business owner. I can do what I want. So guess what I did? I built a book publishing company that focused on the author first, focused on their thought leadership. It's one thing to write a book. There's millions of books out there. But how do you get your book to stand out in a loud crowd? That takes consistent marketing efforts. So here I am, a book publisher who's traditionally known to just help you write and publish a book, now bringing in the whole marketing ecosystem with it. So I was doing that, I was seeing great results. And then there was that turning point in my business. I get a phone call from Dion in New York City, one of my authors, and she says, Samantha, there's a big event in New York City, and they want my book publisher to be on the panel. Would you be interested? I said, yes, absolutely. This was a turning point for my business. I was going from Canada to Times Square for my first international speaking gig. Well, knowing me and how I do things, I'm not going to go alone. Joining me was my co-founder, Samar, and some of our top best-selling authors. We went to New York City. I spoke on stage. They had an opportunity to speak. I put their faces and their books up on the billboard, and that was the turning point for my business. So the audience I spoke to, so many people signed up right afterwards, wanting to book a call and share their book idea, but more what was going on online. From LinkedIn to Instagram to Facebook, I was getting DMs and messages and being like, oh, wow, Samantha, I have a book idea. They've been watching me for a while. Now was their chance. So there was that tipping point that happened in my business. And now our business is completely unrecognizable. So we're growing as a global brand. We continuously grow in New York City, LA, going to Dubai next. And I just want to show you that, you know, the proof is in the book. This could be you holding your book. It all starts with an idea that turns into a bestseller. And then the best part is the phase 2. At Lucky Book Publishing, we stay with our authors. We stay with them to lift them higher, to continue to grow their business. Shelley was one of our authors who was in Times Square with us. 65 years young, she first came to me and she said, Sam, if only my grandchildren read my book about fitness and longevity, I'm good. Well, this woman has become a multi-bestseller, #1 most gifted book on Amazon. She went from working in a gym to having her own business, fitnesswithshell.com, and now she's helping people all over the world, particularly people in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, get that strength training and get fit. Amazing, amazing story. We've got Lyric Richards, 26 years young, writes a memoir, Dear Black Girl, Let Me Hold Your Pain. So personal story, she worked with us, didn't have a business before, now has her own personal brand, building events around the world, and just getting started. You've got Dr. K, working one-on-one with patients in the ICU. Now he's got a book. It's been staying on the bestsellers list for weeks and weeks and weeks. There are people all over the world reading this book and getting empowered about their health. So Dr. K was able to do a one-to-many method because now he has a book. It's not just the patients he sees in person. He's able to make that ripple effect of his messaging go viral with this one book. Maybe this is you. You have a coaching program. You have a story. Connie Rotella, amazing business owner in Canada. Now she's using her book as a platform for her coaching business. And here's the thing. You don't need to be a best-selling writer. You want to be a bestseller working with the best team to get the job done. Risha is a pelvic floor physiotherapist. Things every girl should know about her body. We're just getting started with this book. I believe this book should be in every girl's hand around the world under 12 years old, and I'm working with her on that to make that happen. And maybe this is you. Maybe you're a 9-to-5er right now and you're dreaming about that entrepreneurship journey. Well, this book is going to be perfect for you. Charles took a pause, a family sabbatical around the world, wrote about it, and learned one powerful message, the power of the pause. He's now going to corporate stages around the world, quit his 9-to-5, and he's become a professional public speaker. This book has become a bestseller, made him a top global international speaker, and you know what? These people didn't do it alone. They did it within the Lucky Book Publishing family. To me, I've built a community, and I think that is the power of where we're going to go next. We can all work together. We all have our cheat codes. You all are brilliant in your businesses. So if this calls to you, if you're like, wow, I want to write a book, you all raised your hand at the beginning and said, yeah, I have a book inside of me. So for many of us, that stays gathering dust on our desktop. The average I hear is about 10 to 12 years I've been thinking about a book idea by the time they see me. So I want to tell you, let's recap the process of what we heard here today. Literally, these are everyday people. They went from idea to bestseller using the Lucky Book Publishing process. They had a team behind them. They had a book coach cheering them on. They had me and the team in their phase 2 celebrating their book in their hand when it launched and continuously help them grow their business and their business building book. My name is Samantha from Lucky Book Publishing. I'm here to help you get your great words out. If this speaks to you, join me. My website is luckybookpublishing.com. Let's have a conversation, and I can't wait to turn your idea into a bestseller. Thank you.